Independence Day is, of course, a time to reflect on the sacrifices men and women make to ensure freedom for all Americans.
In Albert Lea, that is exactly what parade goers are doing by honoring Alden resident and World War II veteran Richard Thunstead. He's the Grand Marshal for their 3rd of July parade.
KIMT News 3's Isabella Basco got to meet a true American hero today, huh, Isabella?
Absolutely. So talk to Richard Thunstead and you see that he has quite the story to tell after serving in the U.S. Navy from 1942 to 1945 aboard the USS Salt Lake City. And even though much time has passed between World War II and now, Thunstead still says he still carries those memories from war with him. It was a celebration that might have been captured by Norman Rockwell, a small-town parade featuring music, dancing, and lots of laughter. But Albert Lea chose to embrace the true meaning of the 4th of July by selecting a Grand Marshal from the greatest generation, Richard Thunstead, a World War II sailor.
You're so dedicated to what you're doing. I was a radioman aboard a ship, and you're so dedicated with what you're doing that life just goes on. The best you can make of it.
His experiences aboard the Pensacola-class USS Salt Lake City that took part in more combat engagements than any other ship in the Pacific remain with him 75 years after the war.
The war was over. I didn't have to run. But, you know, it's so ingrained in you when you're out there and the life just a click and you're gone.
He hopes sharing his story will allow us all to take stock of what an immense privilege it is to be an American.
There's no country in the whole world that equals America. The freedom we have and the things that we have that other people don't have in any place.
Clearly, Thunstead's story is our story, the story of freedom.
You were fighting a war and you had to be on your toes all the time. But, you know, as we see that we were winning the war, why we could start to breathe a little easier.
And the 3rd of July parade, headed up by Thunstead, started at the Freeborn County Fairgrounds and ended at Central Park.
Great stuff. I'm really glad we got to meet him. Thank you, Isabella. This was the 30th year of the 3rd of July parade there in Albert Lea.
There were 2,500 participants and around 15,000 attendees. New on KIMT News 3 at 10, a Howard